Okay, now if we find the points where a function changes from increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing, then that will help us find the relative max or relative minimum values of that function. And so if we look at this graph on the left, we see that the function is increasing until about x equals -1, and then it starts decreasing, and it continues decreasing from x equals -1 down to x equals 1, and then it's increasing again when x is greater than 1. And so if you go from increasing to decreasing, then most likely you are going to have a relative max. So this is a relative maximum. And so in this example here, we have a relative max at x equals 1, and it looks like y equals 2. And so we'd say our relative maximum there is the y value is 2. That's the maximum y value, at least close to this point right here. And then when you go from decreasing to increasing, then that's most likely going to be a relative min, because you're going down, leveling off, and going back up. So this is a relative minimum. And in this example here, this purple point is a relative min at x equals 1 and y equals -2. Actually, there's a typo here. There was a relative max at x equals -1 and y equals 2. Okay, and now notice that these are relative max or minimums because there are actually larger y values over here. These are bigger than y equals 2, but if you just zoom in and look at x values to the left of the of x equals 0, the maximum y value would be at this point right here, which is y equals 2. Likewise, if you look to the left over here, there are y values that are smaller than y equals -2, but again, if you just zoom in to the points around this region right here, the relative minimum is at y equals -2.